This is everyone trying to figure out if the new RWBY game is a fighter or a beat 'em up.
I said I'm worried that...
But I thought you said. Now let me offer this as a rebuttal.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.
What's good? What's poppin', everyone? Back like I never left, and today I think we're gonna try to solve the mystery and theories on what type of game this currently will be. No, before we start talking, I'm gonna need y'all to unlock y'all semblance by hitting that like button, subscribing, and turning on all my notifications. Look, I know I'm mad corny. Also, regardless of what the game is, I will love it. I said in an announcement video, if it's a beat 'em up, I love that genre, and I also love River City Girls. Stop Pilgrim vs. the World, Streets of Rage, all them games like that is going to even be better for me because I am a huge RWBY fan. If it's a fighting game, the best case scenario, I would really like that one as well because I love BB Tag. And don't get me wrong, I really want just a RWBY fighting game. If anything else in the style of BB Tag, that will make me so happy. TLDR, I'll probably prefer a fighting game over an arcade beat 'em up, but regardless, I'm gonna love them both equally. But without all this banner, let's get into the video. So right after the announcement, Wayforward Games had a little press release about the upcoming RWBY game coming in 2021. There are some things we can pull from this and infer what could be going on with this game. First things first, Roosterteeth will develop an original story for the game from the show's writers, Carrie Shawcross, Miles Luna, and RWBY, and provide creative oversight, while the development will be handled by Wayforward and publishing duties will be split between Wayforward and Arcsystemworks. This RWBY video game, final title TBD, is tentatively scheduled to arrive on multiple platforms in 2021. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. This makes sense. I'm happy to know that this game is getting an original story from the writers. I know right now they are development and co-working on Volume 8 and Volume 9 together, and that Volume 8 itself will be like 14 episodes. They got a lot to work on right now. Basing off of River City Girls though, that is a 7 to 10 hour game at tops to complete. So I guess writing a story like that will be more easier than what would be for other games. Now this is where it got crazy. This is where I went like, Mori, the Lord and Savior, Mori-san is here as well? Tochimichi Mori from Arcsystemworks? So the article then states, to this day and date, I still cannot forget the awe when I first saw Monty's RWBY. Added Mori Toshimichi, chief producer at Arcsystemworks. At the same time, I cannot thank enough to all of Roosterteeth for giving us the chance to have RWBY participate in Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. We're also in deep gratitude to Wayforward for bringing us River City Girls, and now we're all in this new RWBY project. I am tremendously thrilled the coming of this new masterpiece. So this is where I went like, okay, this is the weird thing. I'm like, why is Mori working with Wayforward? Like if you look at Tochimichi Mori catalog of games, he's been a director or general director since 2008. Before I talked to a few people, I was theorizing the game was a hybrid of both. The story mode could be a beat 'em up or action adventure like game, but the main gameplay aspect and elements, the main thing people are going to be playing, could also be a fighting game. It's also crazy that it's Roosterteeth, Arcsystemworks, and Wayforward are already collabing on this game, and they have never confirmed the genre or what type of game it is. The most we've gotten, which could refer to everything, is an adventure. This also happened in the past with Persona. People were freaking out like, why is Arcsystemworks working with Persona team, which is Atlas, and then you got Arcsystemworks. It's crazy, okay? Honestly, it doesn't make sense for Mori to be at Wayforward because he works on fighting games, while Wayforward, if you know them, they work on 2D beat 'em ups or arcade styled games. So again, it really doesn't make sense for Mori to be there unless they are asking help on how Mori handled the BB Tag RWBY Girls for the Wayforward upcoming game in 2021. Then it could all make sense. I could comprehend the collab a little more. Obviously, I'm still on the wave of, man, it's just gonna be like Shantae or River City Girls, but with RWBY. Just because it's Wayforward being used to making 2D beat 'em ups or 2D arcade styled games doesn't mean this couldn't be Wayforward's first attempt at making a fighting game and getting help from Arcsystemworks and Mori-san. Many companies have done this in the past, and actually, RWBY Games never made a fighting game before. They've made Valorant, which is a shooter, they made a MOBA, which is League of Legends, and finally, they are currently working on Project L, the fighting game for the future. And then we can also look at Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. They literally have an adventure mode, aka story mode, that plays majorly or somewhat more different from the main game. The thing that makes me feel like it's a fighting game is because Wayforward being super secretive on Twitter about the genre and not giving out information. To be honest, fans and followers of Wayforward Games were tweeting them, hey, what is the genre, what type of game it is? And they are just like, we will have more in the future. Man, why can't y'all just say what it is? Arcsystem, Wayforward, Mori, somebody say something, I'm losing my mind. Alright, I'm chill out. But again, it is PR. Companies will lie, not say nothing, or say something just to hide spoilers or not kill the reveals. It's marketing talk. However, if it is a fighting game, it'd be cool. They just hyping it up for the right time. Speaking of Wayforward and being on time with everything, this video isn't sponsored by the way, but I gotta say, for the sake of the conversation, Wayforward has just proven that they can go out of their comfort zone and strive and do different things. They just dropped this 3D game called Marble Knights. It looks like it's an Apple Arcade mobile game. So yeah, I won't be honestly playing it, but it does look cool. This adds more spice to the discussion and theory crafting for what this game can be, because now we know Wayforward does have the ability to create something completely different out of their comfort zone. They usually work in 2D, never really in 3D. This could also be a prep for the RWBY game in 2021. So that means they could also be making a fighting game or making an action adventure RWBY game. They could probably make better Grammy clips at this point. Who knows? But right now, it is proven, again, Wayforward got the juice to make whatever they want to make. And that's on Wayforward. Also, here's another thing. Mori was probably already done with BB Tag development before, like, somewhat around before EVO 2019. That's when they added that announcement. They probably was just doing the final touches for the characters at that point. So in theory, we have had a whole year of potential development for a fighting game to start off with a small roster. I mean, I know y'all don't like small rosters for fighting games. I don't really care as long as the characters are fleshed out and I have fun and I like the main character. So for me, I'm probably just gonna play RWBY Game 24/7, right? But it's been over a year and plus some days that they could have been worked on this game in secret. Regardless, I think a RWBY 2D arcade style game, aka beat 'em up, is perfect for this because instead of fighting enemies, you can fight Grim. So yeah, how do you feel about RWBY Game? So yeah, that's my thing. I can't really crack down what I really think it is. I'm still leaning more towards a 2D arcade style, you know what, beat 'em up like game like Streets of Rage 4 if you heard of that, or Scott Pilgrim. That's how I feel. How do you guys feel about a RWBY game by Wayforward and Arcsystemworks Publishing with Roosterteeth being in the back burner just oversighting it? Have you played games like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World on PS3? You know, it's coming back this holiday 2020. And then, have you even tried River City Girls? Have you watched a River City Girl video by your boy Yaya? I got some on the channel. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Avataryaya. You guys should follow me on Twitter at AvatarayaTV. Join my Discord in the description channel down below. I will be making a RWBY section in the Discord. All things RWBY, all talk. That's how we gonna do this out here. And remember, you guys are golden and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
I've been the devil, I need me an arc in the heart. Am I breathing? I feel like time's right. Walking this bitch with a sound pop, while she rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, I'm a dip and I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I feel like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.